everyone. Welcome to our podcast where we bring you inspiring stories and transformative journeys. Today, we have a remarkable guest joining us. Her name is Marie-Lucie Jacob. She's a holistic coach specializing in depression and anxiety. Marie-Lucie has an extraordinary story to share. Let me tell y'all, baby. Come a little closer. Come closer. This woman has reversed her type 2 diabetes, but she's also embarked on a profound healing journey that led her to a significant weight loss and overcoming addiction. Through Marie's experiences, she's dedicated her life to helping others who face similar challenges. What I love about this story is she's going through a journey. She's still there. She's not at the destination yet. She's still in her journey, right? She's still walking. But what I love, she's sharing. Marie is sharing her journey. She's all about sharing is caring, and she wants people to heal themselves, whether it's from illnesses, whether it's from emotional baggages, toxic family. That's what she's, working on, and that's what she's doing. She's very successful at this. So without further ado, we want to, at the Women Are Worthy Network, introduce, and we're proud and honored to have the one and only Marie-Lucie Jacob. Hello, Marie.
Hello, Jacqueline. Thank you for having me.
You are just amazing. You're the phoenix rising, and it's so true because you rise from the ashes, right? So, without further ado, let's get into it because I know the folks want to okay, Jackie, shut up. We want to hear what she got to say. We want to lose the weight. We want to find out how we can do things. Can you please share your journey with us?
Oh, yeah, certainly. So I was born and raised in a city called Montreal on the Canadian side, French city. And both my parents were from a Caribbean country called Haiti. And I grew up eating the standard American diet, eating a bunch of cooked food, meat, lots of chicken, fried chicken, definitely, rice, peas, eating lots of chips. And I was always a big kid growing up, but it's because of our lifestyle, it was the lifestyle. Drinking a lot of milk. For me as a kid, I loved drinking the hot milk. My mom used to always warm my milk. I didn't like to drink the cold milk directly from the milk carton, how you call it. But yeah, I was always that kid drinking a lot of 3% dairy milk every day. But as the years went by, I started gaining a lot of weight, and it affected my mental health, of course, a lot. At 14 years old, I started getting depressed. I was suicidal. I had just lost my ballet career because I was doing ballet for like 10 years since I was 3. And at 14 years old, that career was over because of the way I was eating, basically. I was consuming too much dairy that one of my toes turned blue and my career was over. I couldn't dance on those pointy shoes anymore. That's it. I've gained weight. I was heavy. So yeah, too heavy to dance ballet. So this is when you took a huge decline. I had daddy issues. My dad was violent. He was also a mental and physical abuser when my mom wasn't around. Used to beat us up when my mom wasn't around. So we were 4 kids. I was the youngest. So I have 3 older brothers. And my mom was always the one working like a lot. And my father just drank his life away, drinking alcohol every day, and I don't know why she still stayed with him, but when I turned 16, that's when she decided to divorce him. But the family was telling her, no, you shouldn't divorce him. You're married. You should stay together. That's how it is. You made a vow to God, stay with together. My mom was like, nope, I'm done. But still, as a kid, the depression and anxiety was up the roof. I was born in a very Catholic family where we were always going to church. But even that didn't even help me because the way that I was raised is like we were Catholic, but my mom was also practicing other stuff on the side. She's from the country Haiti, and voodoo is a big thing there. So I was stuck with that too. So of course my mental health got even much worse. So I was eating my emotions. So I got really big over the years. And finally, my mom had cancer. And I had found out that I had fibroids in 2016. That's when I found out I had huge fibroids, and it was already too late for me because my previous doctor, where I used to live in Montreal, used to say, "Oh well, you're young. You don't need a surgery right now. Or yeah, just we'll just wait to see what happens." He didn't tell me like to change my eating habits or anything. "Oh, you're young. It's okay." As the years went on, my fibroids just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I went plant based in a way in 2017. I tried vegetarian and then vegan, cooked vegan, and it was too late. The fibroid has completely englobed my uterus. My uterus was like gone, like covered by it, and it was like the size of a 3-month-old baby. That's how big it was, and for some reason it was moving inside of me too. So weird. But finally, when I moved to this city where I am in Kitchener, Ontario, that's really close to Toronto, this doctor was amazing. He was like, "Oh my God, there's no way a baby can fit in there. Do you want to have kids? I think it's too late for you. Like, seriously, there's nothing we can do. You need to have a hysterectomy." So I did. I had an hysterectomy in 2018. I let them do whatever they want with me, basically, because I was already feeling depressed taking care of my mom that had cancer. She moved in with me so I could take care of her. My dad had passed away in 2015, and I was still recovering from that too, even though I had lots of trauma with him. But with her, she was like my priority. I loved her so much, even though she dragged me to those voodoo rituals. But she was the main person that kept me alive and kept me here because she was my mom. She cared for me. She was a good mom, just that she was influenced by a lot of people, her environment telling her that she should go through those voodoo ritual to save her children because her children are in danger. So she was a bit naive. She's like, "Okay, let me save my children." But in 2018, she was there with me during my surgery, and then she ended up passing away in November 2018. But before she passed away, she told me that she was sorry for all the things that she put me through, and that she had no idea that it would affect me. But she realized that it was wrong, and by doing the hysterectomy, this is when type 2 diabetes got triggered. Because, first of all, my uterus was gone and they removed my appendix. They just said, "Oh, you don't need it." My appendix was fine. They just said, "Oh, we're going to remove it. Are you okay with that?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I was in depressed mode. I was like, do
Wait a
whatever
minute.
you want."
Slow down. Slow down. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. They actually remove your uterus because of the fibroids. And they went in and removed your appendix, which you didn't sign off on. The only surgery should have been the hysterectomy. Okay.
So they asked me first before the surgery, like maybe a day before, "Oh, we got to remove your appendix. You don't need it." I'm like, "Okay." And for me, like, again, because I was in a depressing mode, I said, "Sure, do whatever you want." So you won't need an appendix. It may cause you problems in the future. But my appendix was fine, but they removed it. So, and I was like, "Sure, whatever. All I can think about is my fibroid and my mom. That's it. I want my mom to live. That's it. I don't care. Just do whatever the hell you want with me." Not
So what
thinking.
had you, so what made you then, you had this surgery, what made you embark on this lifestyle? So we're getting the history about the surgery and what happened. And again, I'm sorry that they did that, but sometimes when we're in that condition, that weakened condition, where we're depressed, we're this, we're that, and you don't have a caregiver, you don't have an advocate, you're just like, okay, take whatever, I trust you, because your vibration is low already, you're just trusting them. So you come out of the surgery, you find that out. When did you make the switch to start juicing? What made you to start doing that fast that you are on?
That was in 2022 because my health declined from 2018 to 2022. Like, bad. I've gained so much weight, and in 2022, I felt I was going to pass away. I truly felt like I was going to join my mom because I had heart palpitation every day, even before going to bed. I was heavy. It was hard to get out of bed. I could work from home, but still it was hard to even be motivated to work. And I was already getting anxiety attacks from doing the job that I was doing, an office work job that I didn't like. And this is when I feel like I'm gonna pass away. I started giving my life insurance to my brother and said, just in case something happens, here's all of my details. I feel like I'm gonna be joining mom soon. I don't feel like I'm gonna make it for 2023. I don't think it's gonna happen. That's it for me. But at the same time, I heard this voice because I was also spiritual. I was no longer religious, but I was spiritual and very connected to God. And I heard this voice say, are you gonna give up? Are you ready to leave or are you going to give up? Are you going to give up or are you going to step it up and do something? And for me it's like, no, you know what? I do have a mission. I can't leave right now. I want to live. But
Mhm.
what can I do? This is when I completely surrendered to God.
Mm.
And I was crying on the floor of my bedroom, pretty much surrendering. I said, God, I belong to you. Please guide me. I want to be here. Send me help, please. I don't know what else to do, but I'm all yours. I surrender. Okay. I surrender. And this is when something magical happened. I was on YouTube, I was surfing, and I found this YouTube channel of this woman called Jillian Berry. And she was promoting the raw vegan lifestyle. She was showing her journey. And I was like, oh, I can relate to her. Okay. She has lots of health issues. And then this is when she was interviewing one of my mentors. Probably already interviewed him already, Shane Sterling. And this is when I found my answer. And I joined a raw vegan community, and this is when I learned all about juicing. And by doing the juicing, I did 52 days, and I reversed my type 2 diet. That my type 2 diabetes got reversed just by juicing and going to the gym, just like walking on the treadmill. My doctor was doing some blood work on me, and he was like, "What happened? I didn't expect you to heal that quickly." He was like, "Okay, what?" He was lost of word. He didn't know what to say. He was just like, "Wait, couple of months ago you were like really sick, and now like your kidneys are fine. Your kidneys are so like healthy that it's going to be good for another good 20 years. Whatever you did, keep it up, because I don't know what to tell you." I'm like, I didn't even tell him about the juicing because I knew he was going to say, don't do that, it's not good.
And
But
see, I wanted to interject here because you said a lot, right? You did put some jewels out. You said a lot. You juice for 52 days. Imagine everyone. You go to your doctor, they're telling you, okay, this is what you have, you know, here's some medications for it. Or they tell you, okay, your test results came out, you have diabetes, let's say, right? Or high blood pressure. And your next appointment with them is, let's say, 30 or 40 days or 50 days. And you're like, well, before you give me the medications, before I take the medications, let me try some stuff on my own. You heard this young lady. Marie just said that she juiced for 52 days. She lost over 50 pounds. And her doctor was asking her, well, what did you do? Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Your kidneys are doing well. They're functioning for at least another 20, 30 years or whatever. So what I want to challenge everyone is, I know we trust our doctors. I'm not going against that. But what I'm challenging is, be your own healthcare advocate. Remember, if y'all juice doesn't interfere with your medications. Okay. They don't interfere with your medications. Now, just listening to her, Marie, were you on any medications prior to, like,
no, he had the thing with this doctor, thank God he didn't prescribe me anything. He believed that if I changed my lifestyle, I would be fine. He was that one doctor that was saying, you know what? I'm not going to prescribe you any medication. Yeah, but let's just see if you can change your lifestyle. I'm like, wow, that's the first doctor that says that. Because nobody doctors there, let me prescribe you a medication, and that's it. But he was like, change your lifestyle, work out, or do something.
and I love that. I love that he was one of those doctors, because, I understand, because I had fibroids too. I had fibroids that was the size of a grapefruit. And they wanted to do the hysterectomy on me. I went to like 4 doctors. All of them wanted to do a hysterectomy. And it took another doctor who told me, we don't need to do a hysterectomy on. What we need to do is there's a, uterine fibroid immobilization. We can do that. But a lot of people, when they do that, what happens to them is the fibroids come back. But I said to myself, no. And the reason, Marie, why I got fibroids, and this is just me, my personal story. The reason why I got fibroids is I got out of the vegan community, plant-based community, and I wanted to say, oh, what does chicken taste like? Ooh, I got to try this chicken. I got to try this red velvet cake. And of course, it was fried chicken. Yes, fried chicken. And I wanted to try it. And then I became addicted to it because we're not even, that's another show. And then I started seeing my stomach get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I noticed my cycle was becoming heavier and heavier and heavier, where I was becoming anemic. And then finally being in the hospital, hooked up to tubes and hooked up with like 13 medications, which, I'll share that story as well at a later date. And my husband took pictures of me. I looked like I was at death's door, and I signed myself out. He signed myself out AMA from the hospital and told my husband, let's go to the farmer's market. We're in Georgia, and we went to DeKalb Farmer's Market, and all we got, Marie, was fruits and vegetables. And I juiced even from in the hospital, by them giving me medication, my blood pressure went up. I had cholesterol for whatever reason, which I've never had before. And after I juiced, and let's say since I signed out against medical advice, they wanted me to see my doctor within 20 days. And I remember the doctor telling my husband, she's not going to make it. And I said, you're not going to cast that on me. I'm not taking that. Okay. I refuse to. No, that's devil's a liar. And for 30 days, I juiced. And then when it was time for me to go back, because when you get discharged from the hospital, they want you to see your PCP, your primary care physician. So when I made the appointment with her, and she took all my blood work and everything, my pressure was fine, thank God. But it takes a couple of days for your blood work to come in. When my blood work came back, because she was convinced from reading the hospital notes that, oh my God, we're going to have to do some things with her. My cholesterol went down, my everything, my fibroids was fine. I wasn't bleeding and clotting like I would. So this is your show, but I just wanted to share my story with yours, just to let people understand that sometimes you have to take a stand. I'm not saying this is the cure-all for everyone, but we have to take a stand when the doctor tells us things. We have to educate ourselves. So Marie, when you started juicing and you lost all that weight, how did you feel prior to losing the weight and after losing the weight? Physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially? How did you feel?
So prior to the juice fast, I felt like so heavy. I felt really like unhealthy. I had a lot of joint pains, inflammation, headaches every day. Like I was saying, health reputation, and also because of the surgery, I developed like some type of arthritis in my hand. I can't even bend my hand. Still, till now, I still can't do it. It's still healing. Probably gonna take some years, but obviously I have to stay on this path for that. But it caused me a lot of pain everywhere, like joint pain and everything. Mental health wise, I was depressed. I had suicidal thoughts. I mean, I grew up with that too, with the trauma that I had. But it got worse. I had just turned 40 and it just got worse. Like only seeing darkness, but at the same time, for some reason, even though I was seeing darkness in my mind, I was still feeling God presence, you know? That's what kept me alive. It's God's presence. It's my faith to God, like in God and Jesus. Those are the two main thing that kept me. It's yeah, my faith. But other than that, I was like, oh man, I'm not feeling well. But after the juice fast, I could see the difference. I'm like, I feel alive. I can go up the stairs. What? I can without feeling out of breath because I was always out of breath before. I couldn't even run on a treadmill or run at all. I can run now on a treadmill. I was like, I feel lighter, and the more I looked at myself in the mirror, I'm like, whoa, this person is different. Who am I looking at? I started like looking at myself in the mirror, like, oh my God, I don't recognize myself. Who is she? I started having an identity. Like, I wasn't used to that person looking thinner. Even my brother noticed that lives with me. He was like, hey, you're did you notice that you're smaller now? I'm like, no, not really. Oh, maybe with my clothes. Go look at yourself in the mirror. And I'm like, gosh, it's true. And I'm looking at my old pictures, like, is that the same person? Oh my God. Okay, I'm losing weight. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling more vibrant, mental clarity, brain like this is when I started making a decision that maybe I should quit my job. But that happened on my second juice fast though. Second juice fast because I did two juice fasts. The first one was 52 days, but the second one was 100 days. And the reason why I did 100 days is because I fell off the wagon after the second juice fast. I went to Cuba. I was raw vegan for a couple of months and went to Cuba and I reverted back to my old eating habits. Emotional traumas, I don't know, kicked in. You know what they say? They say when you go raw vegan, whatever you didn't deal with in the past comes back
Yes.
for you to face
Mhm,
them. And that's
mhm.
what happened. I went to Cuba and it made me think about mom because Haiti is right next to Cuba and my mom
Yeah.
loved Cuba. It's the same type of energy, same type of food. So I went there, I'm like, I'm only going to eat fruits. I'll be fine. Oh no, there's rice. Oh, there's peas. Oh, there's chicken. Started eating and then I couldn't stop. And then next thing you know, I'm starting to feel the same symptoms I had before, same things that I had when I had the diabetes. I'm like, oh, my blood sugars are going up. Oh no, what's happening? Oh my God, I'm blowing up. What is happening? I'm like, okay, that's it. Maybe that 52 days was not enough for me. No. So after Cuba, I got the Nama J2 juicer. And I said, that's it, doing 100 days. We're doing it. For the first 4 days, it was difficult. I kept wanting to eat. I was juicing and I was eating chips. And I'm like, no, it's not working. No. Okay. After the fourth day, I committed because I got help from my community, like really encouraging me, like, you can do this, Lucy. You can do this. They gave me some tricks. And this is when I commit. And throughout the first juice fast and the second juice fast, this is when I overall lost the whole 50, 50 to 58 pounds in total throughout the two juice fasts. And on September 16th, this is when my 100-day juice fast ended. Because
Man, congratulations. And see, here's the thing. It's not, I'm not going to say it's an easy animal to do. But I think once you pass your anywhere you 10 days, you've got it. Because they talk about, or 14 days, because they talk about when you do something 14 days, that's a habit, right? So once you start, again, I advise people to make sure you have a community. So, Marie, let's talk about, you have a company. What is the Phoenix Rising? What is it? Who is it? What do y'all do there?
well, the Phoenix Rising, that's my name that I took for myself. This came to me in a dream because everything that happened in 2023, I felt like I was a phoenix rising from the ashes. It's like I
Mhm.
was leaving my old life and entering a new life with fresh new eyes, and that's why I'm like, oh, Phoenix Rising, that's me. That's how I feel. It's brand new reality now. So this is the name that I chose for myself, and because of all the traumas that I went through, and this is the reason why I created this community called Spirit Reborn, which is also connected to Phoenix Rising. The Spirit Reborn is also a phoenix, as you see, but it's reborn. And that too came in a dream to me, that idea, like Spirit Reborn, this is how you should call your community. It came to, as I really said to myself, you know what, I need to create that online community so I can bring people, like, to join me into this movement, people that have been through like daddy issues, cult issues, like all the trauma, depression and anxiety. Let's all join in together. And this this group is basically for me to help people get over, to cope with their depression, basically, for them to get more in touch with their highest consciousness, to get in touch with all aspects of themselves, to really listen to their bodies and heal from their inner, like their childhood traumas. So it's really for them to connect with the divine and understanding, like, you have a purpose in life, and I'm here to help you get there. I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself, just like I've became the best version of myself. Because truly, this journey, it was me becoming the best version of myself. Because I've never experienced that in my whole life. I've never felt that good. Even in my 20s, I'm like, it's like I felt like I was a teenager again. Same type of energy. It's insane. I'm like, who's this person? This is a new life. I'm like, God gave me another chance. And I
Mhm.
need to honor that chance because he gave me another chance. I would have died in 2022.
How
So
can they get in contact with, like, what's your social media handles for them? For someone who's watching, so I'm sure we're going to have someone out here, several people that are like, you know what? I like what she's talking about. Let me get in contact with her. How can they get in contact with you?
they can get in touch with me through Instagram. I'm mostly there and Facebook. So I'm called the Phoenix Rising 82. So the Phoenix Rising 82, they can find me there. On TikTok, it's the same name. On YouTube, it's the same name. And also my community as well is on Facebook. So you can find me through my Linktree link. I do believe I send you that the
Mhm.
Linktree link, and they can find all my details there. But through my Instagram, my Linktree link is there, so they can find my community there. And I currently offer 75% off to join my community yearly. And from there, you can get access to my raw vegan recipe ebook that I created. I created this ebook to just inspire my family because I come from a family where everybody eats different things, like mostly
Mhm.
like meat. So I wanted to just inspire them. So I had the idea of like, oh, maybe I should create a raw vegan ebook, like with recipes. So I created that. And so if you join my yearly subscription, you'll get access immediately to that ebook and also some I am affirmation that I printed out too, like a document just for you to repeat to yourself every day, like a mantra, just telling yourself that you're strong and you're this. So I built all this for everybody, and also I have like a 6 free video guides that you can watch through my link as well, where I talk about how to connect with all aspects of yourself in your body and heal from your childhood traumas.
What I want to say to everyone out there, again, I am not discouraging anyone. So this is a disclaimer. We're not doctors, right? But what I want to say is, what's going to hurt? It's not going to hurt just to try what she's talking about, to go on her page, go on her social media, and just give your chance a shot to do this. We saw what happened in 2019. So many people got sicker, so many people passed. But we also need to remember the mental. What people need to know, and I'm here to tell y'all, when you're raw vegan and you go raw vegan, if you're new in this, so many things are going to come to you. You're not going to want to put perms in your hair. You're not going to want to, so many things. And then I promise you, things that you shut the door to in your mind that you compartmentalize will start coming. So coming through, and that helps the healing process, whether it's childhood trauma, whether it's something you've gone through. I promise you, because here's the thing. When you're eating raw, it's cleansing you. So it's not just cleansing just your blood, it's also cleansing your brain. And anything that's clogging your brain, whether it's any childhood trauma, whatever you're going through, because baby, we all got something we gone through. Either we've been through, gone through, went through, whatever. And that's why we're here, because it's just human nature. But I'm here to just let you know ahead of time that you may start going raw, then all of a sudden you start crying, don't know why you're crying. And then several weeks or maybe months later, that part that you had closed in your brain will be unlocked. And then you'll realize, like, oh my God, my stepmother was a monster. Or something, you had a monster in your life. Or maybe it wasn't a monster. Maybe someone just mistreated you, but you locked it away in every aspect, physical, mental, spiritual. That's what happened. And I'm telling you, once you do this, it's mind blowing. So again, when people are going raw, I don't advise them just to go raw. I advise them to talk, to create a community, because so many things are going to happen. You're going to expel some things through your body. The mucus is going to start leaking, but more importantly, your brain, I promise you, is going to start opening up. And you're going to, like, things that you've forgotten will come to surface. So, I want people, I personally would like people to try it. I want them to try what Marie-Lucie is talking about, because again, here we have someone who has gone through the fires, gone through the storms, was burnt, and she raised from the ashes. And she's here to, this is what happens, people, when your passion and your purpose meets.
Mhm.
When your passion and your purpose meets and they intersect, you need to do things, right? And what I mean about that is that's now creating another stream of income. That's also helping, forget about the money for a minute. That's also helping other people. So, whatever your passion is, you got to make sure there's a purpose. Wherever your purpose is, you got to find the passion. Because we're here on the Women Are Worthy Network. I'm sick and tired of all the negativity, and we don't do negativity here. We're all about, if you've gone through hell, I want to know, how did you get back? So the negative conversation may be about, yeah, you're in hell and I was in hell, but how did you get out? How did you walk through the storms? And that's how we have to help each other. How hold our hands together to let you know what, girl, you're going to be okay. So many people unaliving themselves because they think they're the only ones. Whatever, and I'm speaking to you. I want y'all to listen to me. As women, we have that a W on our chest, the Wonder Woman, we have the S on our chest, and as men too, both. We're not Superwoman, we're not Wonder Woman, we're not Superman, we are not made to be on this earth to live life alone. Alone to me doesn't mean you have to get married, you have to have a sexual partner. I mean, you have to develop a community that we could support each other. I'm so proud that Marie is doing what she's doing, because she could have lost her weight, like, okay, whatever, and kept it to herself. There's so many people. So I encourage you. The link will be provided, in the description of all her social media handles. So we want people to, all I want is for people to live their best life. That is it. Live your best life. I talk to people on my Jacqueline Charles website, because again, you guys know, I talk about relationships. I'm married 34 years. I talk about plant-based lifestyle. I'm working on my cooking show. And I'm all about, getting childhood trauma. I'm just like Marie. I've gone through childhood trauma. Baby,
Oh
when
yeah.
I tell you I X'd out, Marie, you can amen or whatever. I have X'd out and basically flagged, basically deleted toxic family members who was actually toxic. And when I mean toxic, it was working in my body. I don't care if it's friends, y'all. If it's family doing the same thing, get rid of them. Marie, let's talk a little bit about toxicity,
Mm.
how you have found getting rid of that. How did that affect you, getting rid of toxic people and family in your life?
Oh man. At first, of course, I was sad, but it's like I trusted God, because basically, when I was praying to God, I would always say, "Thank you for removing anyone or anything that doesn't serve my highest purpose." And by detoxifying my body, it started detoxifying my whole life. So
Mm.
anybody that was not with me, it's like one by one, bye, bye. I had to cut them off. Yes, even like I lost a lot of friends, but I've gained new friendships now, and people that actually understand me like deeply on a soul level as well, that are there to support me as family members. I took a couple of steps back from them too, but then we had a family barbecue this summer. They saw me while I was juicing. I brought my Nano juice with me in Montreal, and they saw me. They was like, "Who is this person?" So I inspire a lot of them. So some of
Mhm.
them that I was not really talking to, now they were talking to me, and they were inspired, and it was a whole new journey. Like, wow, okay, my family is understanding what I did, but still, some of them still don't understand why I'm doing this. But that's okay. Me, I'm just sticking with people that are there for me and that encourage me. Like that understand why I'm doing this. And I'm grateful that I live with my older brother and my niece. I don't have a boyfriend. I've never had a boyfriend. I've never been in a relationship. I don't know what that is, because I was traumatized by my dad, that I was
Mhm.
afraid to be in a relationship. So that's the thing that I think I feel like I'm ready now, because I'm this whole new person. I feel like now I can actually welcome someone in my life that will meet me there, or that's already there, but I don't know, that's in the same vibration as me. Yes.
Well, let me say this to you, right? Being a relationship expert, let me tell you this. You're a beautiful woman, inside and out. Sometimes, I hear a lot of women like, I want a man, I want a man. No, you don't. Because here's the thing. Maybe you're not ready physically, mentally, emotionally. And I don't mean physically by weight. You may not be ready yet. And he may be out there. He's not ready yet. Things don't happen until it's supposed to happen, right?
Right.
So you did the work. So can you imagine you had met a man and you were halfway there because you were going through your trauma, your this, your that, and then probably saying, you men made me sick.
Mm-hmm.
And just like your king is out there getting himself together. So what I'm telling you is don't lose hope. And another thing I want to tell you is trust that instinct God gave you, trust discernment, trust that. If something feels like you meet a guy and he's just sounds so perfect, but there's something, listen to that something,
Oh, yeah.
right? So don't jump at the first guy, just pray and keep praying that, okay, God, this is what I want. And when you see this, man who appears to be a king, trust your instincts. Your tummy may start feeling funny. Your something may tell you yay or nay. And never, and I tell women, trust your instincts. Stop making excuses and saying, oh, well, he just does this and he's just a little of that. You're a queen. You don't need to have a prince, right? And I'm not saying, what is he bringing to the table? I'm not even going to go through that because you know what I tell people, what I bring to the table, hell, I built the table, right? So anyone that's going to be on my table, they need to make sure their appetizers, desserts, main course, forks, knives, spoons, which means in order to eat that meal, I need these things. But I don't want toxic things that on my table that I'm eating. So what I'm doing is I'm screening people. And now I'm at the point where I don't give a crap anymore. I say what I want. I do what I want. If I feel like that you're not adding value to me, I'm not here to say, well, what I'm adding to you. Men, women, friends, you're gone. It's too late in the game. 2019 has taught me a lot. It has taught me, because at first I had the imposter syndrome and all that kind of stuff, but 2019 has taught me to reach in for my higher self. And damn, I'm good. I have no problem. Yeah, I bring a lot. I'm loyal. And if you're not loyal, I don't have room for disloyalty because I'm loyal to the T. And I'm at the point too, I'm a train. I will come and stop at your stop once. Before it used to be 2, 3 times. I'm not doing that. I'm stopping at your stop once. If you want to get on my train and we can ride together, you can be a conductor and I can be a conductor with collaboration. I'm all for that. I'm not coming around again. The next time you're going to have to chase me down and the price is going to be more expensive, right? So I just want you to know that you're an amazing woman. Don't ever, ever give up hope. And, with that said, I want to thank you. I'm so grateful for you to be on the Women Are Worthy Network. Marie and I are going to be doing some things. Look out for it. We're going to be doing some things on social media. And I'm so proud to consider you in the Raw Rising, with Shane. So I'm so glad that you're in that. And you will be successful in anything that you do. Just believe it, manifest it, do the work for it. You will be a force to be reckoned with because you're already a force to be reckoned with, baby. You're already a force to be reckoned with. You're already a force. So we want to thank everyone for tuning into the Women Are Worthy Network. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And leave a comment down the bottom. Leave a comment down the bottom. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. I'm one of them folks that read the stuff that people don't like because I believe I want to get better in what I'm doing. I want to do better. I want people to live their best life. If there's something you don't like, just tell me. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but if it's something within reason, sure. So again, be sure to subscribe to the Women Are Worthy Network. Thank you. And also go to our website. Our website is Jacqlyn, JACQLYN Charles.com, jacqlyncharles.com. So we want to wish everyone a fabulous Friday, soothing Saturday, self-care Sunday, motivational Monday, terrific Tuesday, wind down or Women Are Worthy Wednesday. And again, so did I say anything about Thursday? Well, I was going to say terrific, but let's say tremendous Thursday. Tremendous Thursday. So without further ado, have a wonderful, wonderful day and have a wonderful, wonderful life until we meet again.